Hi there, my name is Andre and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about me. Because this is just something that I pretty much... What I'm going to talk today is going to be off the cuff. And it's pretty much the stuff that I always tell people when I meet new people, new cool people. And this is going to be off the cuff. All I have in here is a list of the stuff that I want to talk about today. So let's begin. So the first thing that people ask me the most is about my English. How the hell did you learn it? The thing is, neither I know. And you can tell that, well, you can tell in my videos that I'm not a native English speaker. Usually I don't notice on the fly when I'm recording a video. But later, when I'm editing the video, or when I'm going to show the video to somebody else, I can spot little traces of accent here and there, and these things bother me. Holy crap, how they do. So the thing is, I didn't pretend to learn English. What I did is that I was just curious about some words, and then I started to learn words here and there, and then I began to learn about the grammar, not actually going after grammar lessons, but just noticing how the words were assembled how they were put together. That's the better definition, and that's why today my grammar is it is not as limited as it was a while back, but it's still very limited, especially in the past area of the English. But my pronunciation, how the fuck is my pronunciation clean? I mean, I'm very modest. I'm not going to say my English is so good, look at me. I'm never going to say that. Okay? People always come to me and say, hey, I didn't even notice that you weren't from the United States, because your English is just so good. I'm an autodidact. I learned my English all by myself. The main tool that I used to clean my accent was mimicking other people, how they speak. Watching videos, playing games, watching movies without subtitles, which is something that I do normally right now. In fact, it's much more natural to me to have a conversation in English than it is in Portuguese, which is my mother language, which is pretty funny. Second, my friends. I am a guy that only has friends that are older than me. It just happens. I just can't have friends of my age. It just doesn't happen. Because now we're going to jump to another topic that is on the list, my maturity. I am 16, I have beard on my face, which is not common for guys of my age, and the reason why I keep the beard, although it's very... I know it's ugly sometimes, but I keep it because it just matches my maturity. I'm not childish anymore. In Brazil, 16-year-old guys, they're all searching for sex and drugs and parties and alcohol. But I'm not like that. I am actually very mature for my age, which is something that I love. I mean I can't say that I love, because it's just the way I am. So I am used to being that way, and I like being that way. So that makes a bit more sense. And well, pretty much, let's go back to the subject of friends. Pretty much all the friends that I have, they are older than me, like quite a bit older. Most of them are 40 years old. Most of them. Mainly they are musicians. Mainly they are people that love tech in general, like old tech especially too. And I was never a guy that was of making a lot of social interactions. And I actually wrote this I actually wrote a text on Facebook talking about this. I was never a guy of having lots of social interactions. I was always a guy that was lonely and never had a whole lot of friends. I was always alone in my corner. I was very shy. I'm still very shy, but most of this is thankfully it is getting away. I'm not so shy anymore. I'm a bit extrovert, but I'm not very extrovert. I'm ambivert. Most of the time, I don't like social interactions, but I don't say that I don't like them. I'm okay with social interactions. I'm not antisocial. I just don't like having lots of them. And then it's a bit complicated to explain, especially when you're not speaking in your mother language. While I'm trying to record this video, there's just so much stuff going through my head right now that I can barely focus on actually recording the video. But anyway, I was never a guy of making a whole lot of friends. I was never a guy of having a whole lot of social interactions. But I'm not antisocial. I just don't like to be bothered too much. So yeah. So, where does my passion for old stuff come? Because I am 16 and I love stuff. If you give me a record player from the 50s, I will love it. And it comes from the fact that I live in Brazil. Brazil, even though it's a beautiful country, it's poor. Poor because of the government and because of the population. Because the population, they are always trying to get over you. I mean, they are always trying to be better than you. For example, you have a friend of yours, and you both have the same phone, and then a month later, your friend comes back saying, "Oh yeah, look, I have an iPhone, I'm better than you." Not exactly saying I'm better than you, but trying to rub on your face that he has an iPhone and you don't. So, it's pretty much how people in Brazil work. And that's why the government is so horrible, because I've heard this said many times, and that it is the government of a country is a mirror of the population. Not precisely in those words, but you get the idea. And I think that this is absolutely true, because the guys that are going to be representing us today up there, they came from us. They came from the middle of us, from amongst us. So, if we are not nice people, they're not going to be nice people either, because they came from among us. So, the government in Brazil is very corrupt. So corrupt. Just so you get an idea, 2/3 of the body of Congress are under investigation for bribery, corruption, and a whole lot of other stuff. So, it's just absolutely fucking insane. Everything is inexplicably overpriced. The taxes are insane. I mean, it's absolutely impossible. I wouldn't say impossible, but it's inviable to import things from the US or from China or whatever. Because if the government wants to tax you, they can tax as much as 80% of the price of the thing you paid. If you buy a pair of shoes for $100 on China, that would be quite an expensive pair of shoes, and you import it to Brazil, the government thinks it's okay to tax you $80. $80 of taxes. Of course, it's not always going to be 80% of tax upon the price of the product, but it's along those lines, and it sucks. That's why in 2 years I'm planning to move to Europe, because I can get an Italian citizenship, so I can move to Europe, and with Trump on power, I don't know if I am going to be able to get in the US, because even though people are saying he's just worried about making people enter the country in legal ways, he's just like so xenophobic. It just bugs me that the guy's so xenophobic. He called Brazilians Latin pigs. He called Brazilians Latin pigs. And you tell me the guy is just trying to to have people to enter the country in legal ways. He's freaking xenophobic, man. He's not. I just can't believe that this guy got on power after everything he said. You know, but I'm not against the guy. I mean, I can't say a word about U.S. politics because I don't even live in the country, and my government sucks. And somehow I feel culprit for it. But I hate those guys that represent me up there in the government. So anyway, back to my passion for old stuff. The reason why I like old stuff, it's because of my complete lack of money to get better parts, modern parts. Because if I had a GTX 1080 in my computer, I probably wouldn't be messing around with Pentium 4s and Athlon XPs and Pentium 2s and shit like that. I probably wouldn't. I probably would be playing Call of. I probably would be playing right now Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1 or whatever. Even though I have a job, the income that I have is just not enough to get me any nice parts, especially because I am in a situation right now where my health is a bit fragile, and I'm trying to take care of my health. So yeah, I really can't do anything about this right now until I get my health restored, and then I start to save money to get nicer parts. I mean, my computer specs is always in the description if you want to check it out. But it's a simple computer, and I suffer to render videos in this computer. Even though it's a sort of nice computer, I can't complain about it too much because it's the only computer that I have. But the thing is, my upload speed, we have in Brazil the second most expensive internet in the planet. The second most expensive internet in the planet. My mother pays 274 bucks, reals. Reals is our currency's name. She pays 274 reals for 50 megabits of download speed and 2 megabits of upload speed. Plus, we have like probably 200 channels on TV. And so, with 2 megabits of upload speed, I can barely make live streams, quality live streams. And I suffer to upload videos. So what I have to do is that I have to compress the video down a lot in order to upload it quickly, because I don't want to have my videos taking 2 days to upload. It's just out of the question. So yeah, I mean, this video is full of ums and so's. It's just because there's so much stuff going through my head right now, and I'm a bit tired because I didn't get enough sleep today. But that's pretty much all. I mean, this is what I am. You know, I really can't change that. Last but not least, my passion for classical music. Classical music is the only thing that I truly love out of my heart. It's just, I was born gifted for music because I have absolute pitch. I can compose in my head wonderful entire symphonies. I can memorize entire scores of music in my head. But I'm just a beginner on classical music. I am starting to learn. I've been having lessons for over a year now on classical piano with a teacher that she's formed in the University of San Francisco. So yeah, I mean, my path is carved. All I have to do is walk on it, and of course there are going to be obstacles in the middle of this course. But that's what life is all about, obstacles. Because if there was no challenge in life, we would be bored to death. So thank you guys for watching this video. This is just me rambling about things off the cuff. That's why it's so full of ums and yeah, you get the idea. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'm working on a whole load of projects, and I think I have quite a queue of videos to edit and upload. But this one is going to be prioritized because this one I want to have it out as soon as I can. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Jeez, I'm fucking tired.